The views expressed in Ignorant Rants do not necessarily represent the views of the client.com, its owner, sponsors, or affiliates. Hell, half the time it doesn't even represent the views of the ignorant ranters themselves. It's just a bunch of guys talking nonsense. Previously on Ignorant Rants.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, it's picking it up on the mic. We can see it moving on our fucking thing.
Like, I can hear it like I'm there.
That's fucking big hail, dude.
Bro, it sounds like it's happening in the garage.
There's hail coming into the garage. I'm gonna show you. This is a fucking piece of hail that just came in the garage.
Holy fuck.
That shit hit that shit. God damn, that hurt.
God damn, that hurt.
Someone's always intent on fucking up the show.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. You ready? You good?
Y'all ready for this?
Ignorant Rants. Hey, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm ignoring you.
Hey, Bobby, you ready?
Can I tell you something really funny really fast? And then So, our
Hello and welcome to Ignorant Rants, the show where a bunch of friends get together and talk about some nonsense, whether they know about it or not. I am Tim, one of the eclectic bunch. I will now refer to us. Joined today by Bobby. Bobby, what's going on?
I'm doing great, brother. Just trying to get that money, get paid, do some salary negotiations, get that helicopter, get that cheddar, get that penthouse.
Oh my god.
Out of control. And Brent, what's going on?
Salutations, Tim.
So, greetings to you as well.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
I leave you in the grace and honor of our Lord.
The fuck did I tell you about that shit?
Where are you going?
Not here.
Not here. If not here, then where, bro? This is where voices can be heard.
By millions.
Millions.
Don't stifle me.
Of deaf ears.
Nobody puts Bobby in a corner.
I got First Amendment rights.
Unless you're going to give him a corporate helicopter, then he'll let you put him wherever he wants.
I think there's a term. I think there's a term for that. It's called river bitch.
Holy shit, Marilyn, you are born here.
I can't see.
We really got to tell the Lady of the Pond story.
Yeah, we do.
One day.
But
not today. That is not this day.
Not on this day.
Because today we're going to talk about things that are interesting right now.
Sure.
For instance, there is. So I was just listening to this the other day. There's the coach for the White Sox.
He's the designated hitter.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Adam LaRoche.
That's right. The designated hitter who retired.
Is there a difference
from the White Sox? I don't think so.
Okay.
There's definitely a difference.
So the manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
The designated hitter.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. The designated pitcher. So
Wade Boggs would be turning over in his grave right now.
So the designated runner for the White Sox retired because the ownership told him that he. So I guess he's got a 14-year-old son.
Drake.
And was that Drake?
The rapper?
Wow. Okay.
No, not the rapper.
No, the third Robin.
Wow.
And Tim Drake.
But Drake that's a name for a male duck.
It's also
or a full-grown dragon.
Yes.
I thought that was a gander.
No,
a gander
that's
is a goose.
That's a murder of crows.
It's a gaggle.
So anyway, we're getting lost here. So the shortstop for the White Sox
Designated hitter.
So they told him he could. So he was bringing his son to work every day. It just every day he was hanging out in the locker rooms, hanging out in the field, hanging out.
The clubhouse.
The clubhouse, is that what it's called?
It's not a locker room. It's a clubhouse.
Whatever.
In baseball.
Okay.
Are there lockers in it?
This is why no one gives a shit about baseball.
Not the traditional type of lockers. No.
Like a wide open space, like a personal cubby.
It's more like a closet with no doors.
That's like every
That
locker
sounds
room.
awful.
I'm gonna.
I didn't have a locker like that when I was in school.
Okay, so
I had an actual locker.
So his kindergarten cubby.
His kindergarten,
Right.
yeah, where he
That has
takes
his
off
name
his shoes. He
in
keeps
crayon.
his map for story time in there. And
So anyway, so they told this catcher that he couldn't bring his son.
Designated hitter.
They couldn't bring his son to work anymore. Every day. That's all they said was every day. They were like, "Yo, you can't bring him every day," and he was just like,
He's still welcome here.
"Right,
We just got to tone it down a bit.
yeah, just relax a little bit. Get a babysitter."
Something.
Kid's 14.
Yeah.
Why is he not playing the PlayStation like an adult?
I don't know.
But
He could be playing as his dad, designated hitting.
the
on
show's about to
MLB
come
The
out.
Show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation, hit us up. We'll be glad to pay for shit. So he was just like, okay, well then I retire. It's kind of a knee jerk reaction, isn't it?
Well,
A little bit.
I mean, to be fair, right field isn't a very admirable position.
That's very true. That's very true. I don't know how much pull he thought he was going to.
Designated hitter.
I don't know how much pull he thought he was going to have as third baseman. But
Right.
he's a designated hitter.
He's a designated hitter.
So he doesn't have a position. He doesn't play outfield or anything.
He bats in the place of the starting pitcher.
Oh,
So-
is that what a designated hitter does?
Yeah. Okay. So just a little rundown here for
Okay.
for the lay.
For the lay.
Baseball's broken up into two leagues: the American League and the National League.
Okay.
In the National League, pitchers are still required to hit in the lineup. In the American League, they made a rule. God damn it! I don't know, 45 years ago, some shit.
I can't contradict it. Must be true.
And
I think it's more like
where
70.
You
That sounds good. I like that.
you could have a designated hitter, somebody you put in your lineup so your pitcher didn't have to hit. And the idea behind that is to keep the pitcher safe or whatever, so he doesn't hurt himself.
So do you mean to tell me that the NFC has to have a snap count, but the AFC does not have to?
Exactly.
So there are two completely
exactly
different.
what I'm saying.
There are two different conferences in the same exact league that have completely different rules.
Right.
So what you're telling me is,
But
is
when
that
they play each other, when an American League team plays a National League team, depending, I want to say every time the American League team's pitcher has to hit.
So in the Eastern
So what you're
Conference,
what you're saying is in the Eastern Conference, you don't have to have your both feet planted to take a charge, but in the Western Conference, you do.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, I'm on board.
Exactly. So Adam LaRoche for the White Sox is their designated hitter.
who's Adam LaRoche?
And depending on,
So he's the one who's pitching.
he's the one that's hitting for the pitcher.
Oh, hitting the pitcher.
Hitting the pitcher.
I thought they were
And,
trying to keep the pitcher safe.
So basically,
This sounds like a much more exciting game.
he's walking out on halfway through a 2-year, $25 million contract with the White Sox because of this.
Why?
Explain to me.
more-
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on. This is a good question here. Why, and more importantly, how do baseball players make so much money?
Well, that's
Their
easy.
contracts are very, very long term. They
Also, there's 162 games.
Well, right, but if the average stadium is filled up with, I don't know, like 36 people, how are they paying all these players?
3 people. That's
Baseball.
why ticket prices are through the roof.
This is fucking
Well,
horrendous.
You can go.
Cost you $2,500 to nosebleed seats.
That's not true at all because I can go down to the gas station to buy a Coke right now and get 2 free tickets on this baseball game.
I was gonna.
They'd probably give you a bobblehead and a T-shirt and
Honestly.
and an at bat during the game for you.
If I buy a Pepsi, they'll let me throw the first pitch.
We're gonna get this game started today. The starting pitcher, Tim.
No, I was gonna say
Good to
like
be here, Alex.
for real. Kai,
I'm really sorry about your guys' second base guy, but
The second base guy.
So explain to me this scenario in major league terms. The film that has Charlie Sheen in it. What's happening here?
So Charlie Sheen is a pitcher,
Okay. It's
and
the wild
if he
thing.
was playing in the American League,
Okay.
the Wild Thing would never step up to the plate to have an at bat.
Because he
are
didn't.
the
somebody
Cleveland
else to do
Indians
glasses.
in the American League?
I believe the Indians are in the National League.
So that movie is not accurate, is what you're telling me.
Well, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen Major League. I don't know if he actually.
So
takes
can
it
I
that
tell you?
long.
He never does.
I think we're getting to the root of the problem because I think I've realized why this rule exists because Charlie Sheen has glasses, and you're not going to be able to hit a fastball with glasses. So, and if he didn't have those glasses, I think he would just throw his bat across the field every time he swung it.
They'd have to duct tape it to his hands, like in the bench warmers.
Unless he took his glasses off when he transformed
Into the Wild Thing?
Yes.
God damn it! I was gonna transform him into another movie he was in, but I can't fucking name one.
All right, explain to me what's...
Well, wasn't he the coach of the Mighty Ducks?
No,
that was his brother.
Emilio Estevez. Who?
I think they're the same person.
I've never seen them together.
I was gonna say I've never seen the two of them together.
They did a movie together.
What movie?
Oh, Men at Work.
Yeah, on the boat.
The band?
No, well,
Yes,
dude.
It was an autobiography.
Their hit.
I bet you didn't know the Land Down Under is actually
The Land Down Under.
Martin Sheen's household that they grew up in as children.
That makes so much sense to me.
I thought they grew up on Wall Street.
Money never sleeps. I know a little thing or two about that.
That doesn't make sense.
That's okay.
Money's definitely sleeping on Adam LaRoche because he's walking away from $12.5 million.
I know. I mean, you know, as a left fielder, you cannot. It's not that easy to make that kind of money.
Right. He was in a hell of a deal.
I mean, so there's a couple different factors in this where, like, I think that I'm going to go one way with it, and then I go the other way with it because of different things. Adam LaRoche has played in the majors for 15 years already.
Wow.
And he's halfway through a 2-year contract with the White Sox when he's retiring right now. He's walking away on $12.5 million. But, and I think that's stupid. I think it's stupid to quit your team and quit your teammates in the middle of a contract just because you can't bring your kid to work with you every single day.
How long's he been in?
15 years.
So here's what I'm thinking. He doesn't have a house. He met his girlfriend in the stands. She had a baby in the clubhouse, and he's been living there ever since.
Right.
Which would make sense if he played his entire career with the White Sox, but he didn't.
Well, no, because you can move the kid around.
Right.
Because those
Once he gets old
cubbies
enough,
are big enough to house a child.
Well, aren't they Murphy beds? Right. You can just pull them down and take a nap after each game.
Yeah.
Or during the seventh inning stretch. Isn't that what the seventh inning stretch is? You go put your bed down. And
yeah,
lay down
it's a nap time
for a half hour.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
A half hour.
I don't know anything about baseball.
That's not apparent at all.
All right, so I mean, I just don't understand. Like, I mean, I love my kids, but if I took them to work with me every single day, I would kill them.
You would lose your shit.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. Especially my teenager.
And you don't even have them all the time.
No, if my teenager was with me every day, I would be in jail for murdering her.
Murdering her.
Yeah. Just and it would be like the second day in a row.
Yeah, but what?
Like, it wouldn't take 14 years.
What you guys are forgetting is that this guy actually sounds like a good father. So I don't know if any of us here know what that's like.
Shots fired.
Oh, Bobby wouldn't know. He's never had one.
I've had several.
Children or fathers?
Hey, son, I'm going to the store real quick for some milk. I'll be right back. Not again.
I leave him at Sears. No, I negotiate the terms with the mother, and I always win.
Get the fuck out of here!
Oh my god,
Jesus!
I
always get a kid in a corporate helicopter.
Here's what we're gonna do: you're gonna keep the child. I'm gonna get the jet. That's how it goes. I've got those eyes.
Where do you guys weigh in on this? Like, do you think it's stupid for him to make this
decision?
Yes,
to retire? Absolutely. I mean, look, okay, he worked this hard, this long to become a manager. And then he's just gonna walk away because they told him he can't bring him every day. Like, it wasn't even like they said you can't bring him back. They just said every day is too much.
I almost just spit beer all over my fucking computer.
Why?
Because you called him the manager again.
Is he not the manager?
He's the designated hitter.
So there's no such thing as tenure in baseball, is what you're telling me. I think 15 years is a hell of a long time. You got to reward him.
That's Adam LaRoche's little known nickname is the Professor.
Is it really?
And that's what he was going for was tenure. And
the Professor?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is this like that time we were playing trivia and it was like, and it asked me, it was like, what's Roger Clemens' nickname? And I literally had no fucking clue, and I just yelled out the Rocket, and you were like, fuck you, and I nailed it.
Yeah, you nailed it.
I did nail it, and I honestly had no fucking clue. I couldn't even tell you what team Roger Clemens played for. I just know he's a fat fuck.
I think he was a shortstop.
Okay, I know he was a pitcher.
He played for the Marlins.
For the Marlins? No, he played for the
or the Mariners.
He played for the Winnipeg Bombers. They took home the Grey Cup a couple times in his tenure. Because I
think he played for no. He played for the Tokyo Kamikaze.
Is that a real thing? Okay. I was like, because mine's real and not racist, but no.
I'm sorry. Is kamikaze a Japanese word? Yes, it is.
It means and it means crazy.
Now who's being racist?
Not me.
We both are.
I think
we both
I'm Japanese.
I thought it meant very bad pilot. Watch out.
Watch out. Well, honestly, though, I mean, if we're being real, the Winnipeg Bombers, I mean, that's not intimidating at all because we all know Canada doesn't have a military.
This is very true. Their bombers are the Ducks when they migrate south. Okay, so
Drakes, please call them by their name, by their Christian name.
I'm sorry.
Not just the Drakes migrate.
Yeah,
they take their bitches.
The
with
Mallards go with. Oh, don't talk to me about animal terms.
Oh my gosh!
One of us
are
here was a biology major.
Mallards are male ducks.
Nuh-uh.
What are drakes? Drakes aren't male
Drakes
ducks.
mallards are a species.
A
of
drake
duck.
is a male mallard.
And a drake
duck.
is a male.
Got you.
Mallard.
Okay, because Darkwing Duck's civilian name was Drake Mallard.
Oh yeah, so
Right,
he's just
he's a
literally
male
like
duck.
male
Gotcha.
male mallard. So
Well, now the name's less clever. Way to go, Disney.
Yeah, it's not clever at all.
well,
Yeah.
that is,
They just like this character is.
Check out this superhero.
He's a boy Mallard. What should his name be? How about Drake Mallard?
Yeah, Girl Bear. Stupid.
I just want to say, I mean, at least one of us here was a biology major, so I think I can talk about whatever I want to talk about.
God damn it.
Congratulations
So,
on your
honestly-
associates of science.
Right.
I don't have an
Way to
associate.
go.
professor.
You know,
I have a close
you're
friend.
sounding like a person I used to know with their multiple master's degrees that they went for all the time.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah.
Easy Gautier.
The only the only difference between me and that man is that I'm not a badass and he is, and I've never done 95 down Broadway to get pulled over by a cop to tell him fuck himself and have him be like, my bad, brother, and then drive off.
Yeah, that's very true. Or give away an interview because, I mean, I know you want me for the job, but I feel like the other guy is better qualified. Fuck out of here.
Dude, there's like narcissistic lying and compulsive lying, and then there's just the whole other level of delusion.
Right.
Like, do you think that guy wakes up
Right.
and feels like he's in the Sultan's palace from Aladdin every single morning? Like his one.
I mean,
Pisses greatness.
I see where he used to wake up, and there's no way.
the bed of cockroaches.
Right. But if we can get back to what's important here, and that's the former
Designated hitter.
towel guy at the clubhouse at Club White Sox that can't bring his son. Guy is ridiculous
I think it's ridiculous.
because he's putting a price tag on his son, and it's $12.5 million.
Like I said, some of us are good fathers, and I support the guy wholeheartedly because he can't put a price on family, and apparently some of us here think he can.
Except now he's unemployed, so they're going on food stamps next week. So
Yeah,
way to
he's
go,
just- he's
Dad
just
of the
done.
year.
Thanks, Obama.
Well, and that's crazy. I read a thing. There's a woman who's notorious in baseball. She's married to some third baseman for somebody, and she
Is it this guy?
No.
Okay.
I said third baseman, not designated hitter.
Ah, gotcha.
Well, she heckles batters when they're at the plate, and so like she's kind of notorious for that. But her and the third baseman, they have kids together, and a bunch of people messaged her, and they were like, "Oh, this is so great that Adam LaRoche is retiring for his son, blah blah blah." And she was like, "I don't agree at all," and all these people expected me to agree with this, but I think it's absurd because she went like super high road about it and was like, in this day and age, it's already hard to raise respectable young men, and then it's even more difficult when you get ridiculous amounts of money and you get all this free stuff that you could normally afford, but it's just given to you, and all the kinds of special treatment and stuff. So we already live in a world where rules don't necessarily apply to our kids. And by Adam LaRoche retiring, basically he's saying that, yeah, rules don't apply to my son. Like, he should be allowed to do whatever he wants. whenever he wants and hang out in the clubhouse with a bunch of grown men and sports athletes and whatever else. And I agree with her and what she's saying. I think it's ridiculous. The kid could come to the clubhouse sometimes and still get to see those dudes,
right?
And like hang out with them.
Yeah, but we don't know.
Somebody, one of the other, they had like a multiple hour meeting.
I think it went something like this. I think it went, "Hey, look, I know you are our second baseman, but stop it."
No, I think it went a little more something like this. Man, this right field guy's really crushing us in the salary cap right now. What's the best way to get rid of him? Oh, tell his little gay son he can't come here anymore.
Jesus.
Wow.
And then with a name like Drake, right? And so,
Bobby.
What, dude?
Be nice.
Motherfucker, I'm Republican. Tell me to be nice.
Drake means he's bi, not
No,
gay.
I'm sorry. I've never been known for my cultural ethics, but I do have a nose for this kind of thing.
All right.
TLDR, Adam LaRoche retires because they said his son couldn't come to the clubhouse with him every day.
So R.I.P.
Stupid
pitcher.
move.
R.I.P.
Dumb
pitcher.
move.
Dumb move, Adam
Dumb
LaRoche.
move. Because catchers are a dime a dozen.
TLDR, he's dropping out because he's going to go support Bernie Sanders in the rest of his race because he's looking for some handouts.
TLDR, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with some more Ignorant Rants.
Get money.
And we're back. And so you may not be able to tell, thanks to my mediocre editing skills, but we do record this in my garage. And there's a raging storm going on outside right now. So I apologize if I can't get all the thunder and lightning and hail. We've got hail going on. So just
Golf ball sized hail.
we just want to apologize for
Cats
that. I know I got
sleeping
smacked
with
in the head
dogs.
with it. Dogs and cats living together.
Complete.
Mass pandemonium. Anyway, so Bobby,
Yes, sir.
there's something that's irritating you right now.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
Jesus
Oh, you mean
Christ.
emojis?
Fuck emojis.
Fucking emojis, dude. Okay, so that shit is starting to. I thought that was just like a stupid phase that was gonna pass, right? Like, because obviously they've been around for a little while, but I would have never imagined this shit like picking up and gaining steam the way that it has, to the point where now there's emoji keyboards, and now my stock Android fucking keyboard from Google is a regular keyboard, and with a click of a button, I can have all the emojis at my hand. My own mother, who does not text message ever, texts me emojis, and this shit is getting out of control.
I mean, you can't see it right now, but I'm giving you semicolon right parentheses right now.
You're winky facing me?
He knows.
He's on to me.
You dirty dog.
Oh, let me give him colon capital G.
I'm gonna give him the kissy face with the hard eyes.
Right. That would be the colon star.
Okay, I'm getting
with the Google eyes, that'd be the 8.
because
Star.
okay, so
I don't know. I don't know what the keyboard commands are for him.
right, that's like
I just know what they
Well,
look like.
I mean, I was doing it before the computer, so I was like handwriting them out.
no. You were like you back on your AOL, your AIM account. You were semicolon parenthesing to the young ladies.
Parathensin.
Parapensai?
Yes.
I'm just saying, when LOL came around, I've never been an LOL guy. Never say LOL. I think it's
I loved LOL.
I'm not an LOL guy myself.
It was a much better service than AOL.
Oh, right.
Legends Online, and it was a much better service.
I was more a fan of LQTM.
The fuck is LQTM?
Laughing quietly to myself. It's a little more honest, don't you think?
Oh, that is definitely not an ROTFLMAO.
No, dude, that's Dimitri Martin, bruh. And I'm sad you didn't even know. I'm sad. But no,
Oh yeah, it's also Is it sad that I didn't get it, or sad that you plagiarized it in the first
I
place?
didn't plagiarize shit. I thought you would pick up on it when you didn't. I immediately let you know who it was.
I did not pick up on it, and I am saddened by it myself.
Me too. But I'm just saying, like, LOL sucked, and you know, I gauge the level of ha's for how funny something is. Like, if something's like a meh, I'm like ha. Like a standard laugh out loud is a ha ha, and then, you know, I can go like ha ha ha, and then that'll change to a b, ba ha ha, and then there'll go all caps ha ha ha, and then all caps ba ha ha, and that's really the way to
What's
do
the
it.
emoji for snoring?
No, well, because
I think it's smiley face Z.
oh my god, no, the emoji that is like sweeping the world right now for laughter is that fucking picture of the face turned sideways, like smiling with tears running down its face. That shit drives me.
Yeah.
That shit drives me bonkers. I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, that's fucking out of control.
I can't handle it anymore.
I can't remember the last time that something made me laugh so hard it cried, but I definitely did not text that to anybody.
Right.
Like, you'll not believe what I'm doing right now. I'm laughing while I'm crying. Smiley face, LOL, TLDR, bah ha ha ha.
LQTM.
LQ2.
No, you know,
My Rafflecopter has not left the helipad in a while, so
what kind of emojis do you think were sent by that
Rafflecopters.
by that umpire for the White Sox when he retired? What kind of emojis do you think he sent his wife to let her know?
Oh,
They
it
were
was
homeless.
colon diagonal. It was a lot of meh faces.
Meh.
I don't know what you call that. Meh.
maybe like the seasick face. Like, I can't believe they told me my son couldn't come to the
Yeah,
class anymore.
maybe that
Sick
was
face.
just straight crying.
This is
Vomit.
Maybe
this
that was
vomit.
colon star frown left parenthesis.
It was the bull with the poop emoji behind it.
Fuck.
This is bullshit.
No,
In the fucking beer one, I was like, why is that so goddamn popular?
maybe it was
I don't
maybe
know.
it was the devil one
Makes no
because
sense.
he's like, let's see if the White Sox can continue to win without their sideline reporter.
It's very hard to win a game without the water boy.
Right,
This is
right.
true.
And I mean, I think Michelle Tafoya has shown us a lot in the NFL that if she doesn't side with you, you're done. But Michelle Tafoya doesn't use emojis, so
She might. You don't know.
I'd like to think she's a little classier than that.
She uses Tafoyges.
Ah,
That's dumb.
Why does
don't
everyone
applaud that.
feel the need to send the same emoji more than once?
that's
Yeah,
good.
okay.
To get their point across. They're like, smiley
Like-
face, smiley face, smiley face.
Like when you get the text that's got all the emojis in it, and it looks like their cat walked over their fucking virtual keyboard and just fucking hit send.
Or like even before like the emoji started taking off, where you were doing the colon parentheses, you know, for a smiley face. When people would do like one colon but like 13 parentheses. Like,
Yeah, what does that even
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like, so you've got 13 mouths and they're all smiling right now?
No, one mouth, 12 chins.
That's always
Is that
what
what
I
it
thought.
is?
I always
I
just
guess, I
assumed
don't know.
fat.
Yeah,
Fat.
right. And I would tell them, please stop texting me emojis of yourself because I can't pick my phone.
Look, this shit's starting to make me really angry now that we're talking about it because I already like when I
Good. Get fired
get
up.
fired up, get passionate. No, because dude, like, I mean, when I first was like, I want to do this topic, I was red hot about it, and it was really making me mad. And then now I'm starting to relive the same shit, and so I see these because I think it's a bigger picture problem. It's just like it's the laziness in general, right, of people. Like I saw this.
No.
What?
Well, no, I can absolutely pick up on this because not to date myself and.
But I had
Because I'm going to.
name account.
No. I mean, I did. Remember my LOL account. But, like, I mean, we were texting, like, when phones first came out and you were texting the keypad, right? The number pad. So it was like, you know, you were doing, like, 2233325528886622225. Like, that's how you were texting people.
Sure.
And so when you're texting that way, you're like, LOL. So you're just like, you know, 666. 966. I don't know what the numbers are, but like you're doing that. It's like, okay, I kind of understand this. You got to text it. You only got so many. That's fine. But now that we've got fucking literal virtual keyboards sitting in front of us, there's no goddamn reason for the abbreviations anymore.
When I use swipe,
none.
swipe to me is got to be faster than typing LOL out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll use swipe too. Except when swipe wants to give me crazy words, like when I try to say right. And it's like, oh, did you mean, you know, sweet fuck all? I was like, no, I didn't mean that at all. How'd you even get that?
Well-
But Yeah, so like virtual keyboards, there's no reason for the abbreviations, there's no reasons for bad punctuation, there's no reason for the grammar mistakes. That shit drives me fucking
Dude,
bananas.
it's like the laziest fucking people in the world. That's my biggest problem with it. And I even have a problem with like if I'm online, you guys know this. I frequent the comment boards on articles, and that's a stupid thing to do, but I have a weakness for
I
it.
was gonna say we try to get you not to do that because
Yeah, 'cause
every
you
time
just
you
get
do,
fired up.
you get fired up.
But like one thing I've noticed is that somebody could have the most incredible point, a valid argument to make in this comment stream, and if I can't even read their fucking shorthand chicken scratch nonsense, I just immediately like fucking loser, fucking uneducated. Nothing this person's saying is actually worth value. I just hope they stay a janitor for the rest of their life. Maybe they can have a father who's cool enough to let them go to the club locker room. I mean, that's because obviously, like, book learning is not in it for them.
Right.
It makes me angry when I'm trying to have a conversation with somebody and their responses are all nonsense, grammar-wise.
Like in person.
So I have to no.
Okay.
The text conversation.
Yeah.
Like, if you're having a text conversation with somebody, like, I'll send somebody a text message that's like, hey, man, how are you today? Do you want to do this later? Question mark. Like, commas, question mark, punctuation, everything. And, you get that response that's just like all one word, no spaces, no punctuation.
Right.
Just a bunch of letters.
IN8LTRTTFL BFF
No,
GG,
not my
GG.
baby. She
Yeah.
told you to put it in the fax machine.
Well, and I can say with 100% certainty to everybody here in this podcast, we all text when we text each other. We text like we're writing a fucking paper for college.
Honestly,
like-
I don't know how many times I revised.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like, well, that's not what I meant. I better go back and fix that. Yeah, fucking, because I want it to be right.
Well, and that's the quickest way to
God
know
damn
that
it.
I'm
Well, that's
drunk.
it.
If I'm texting you drunk, it's because there's a single error.
Because I use good grammar like an adult.
You use
Boom.
but I use bad grammar like a supervillain.
That's a bit of a stretch there.
Honestly.
Supervillains are usually pretty articulate.
Yeah, they're really articulate.
Because they got to go off on their
And
monologues.
And they do it one letter at a time when they're writing their rants.
I don't know, 'cause I think Rasputin says hi. He was not a
He doesn't say anything. He's dead. He was shot, stabbed, drowned, hung, killed. Oh, no,
Killed,
that was Vigo. Sorry.
poisoned. I mean, you were on the right track.
Killed.
But I mean, he was. I just feel like if he could have spoken English, he would have been a bad English speaker.
Yeah, because it was his second language.
Right.
Well, but I mean, there's not a lot of. I mean, I think that it could be that it's his second.
Yeah, Bobby.
I think it could be that it's his second language, but I think that it more so is probably that he was from Siberia.
Right, which is not a native English-speaking place.
Right, and it's not
Right.
a native English-speaking place, but I feel like people there don't speak great English.
Well, it's tough when you grow up in the gulags.
Right.
It's hard out there for a gulag.
So I
Yeah,
think we've
it's
all
true.
settled on.
Gulag pimping ain't easy.
And I mean, and Rasputin definitely would have been an emoji guy. He would have been a little skull and crossbones, little vial, and one of those little fucking alchemy things.
A beaker jar.
Beakers, dude. Yeah. No, what's the correct name for it?
Me.
It's like a
It's a beaker.
Well, no, but it's like it's called
You put them
specifically,
on-
it's called like a Fabian beaker, or like a fucking Johansson beaker, or whatever, a Bunsen burner.
You
Are you
put
thinking
them
of
on
a-
a
are you
Bunsen
thinking of a-
burner. I was trying to get that out. You kept cutting me off. God damn it. I just wanted to say Bunsen burner.
Bunsen burner. I think what you're talking about is a graduated cylinder.
Okay, but is that named after John Graduate,
Yes.
the famous?
Jim. Jim graduate.
The famous alchemist.
I call him by his
who
Christian
came
name.
up with the Philosopher's Stone.
That was
He's the one who turned lead into platinum.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Okay,
Dr. Dre.
that's actually a very good point. Rumpelstiltskin is a master of the English language, and that's how he tricked whatever that bitch's name was.
Yep.
Thumbelina or some nonsense.
It wasn't Snow White.
No,
No.
wasn't it the bug from Fern Gully that got tricked by Rumpelstiltskin?
Oh, it was Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy
Did
Cricket.
any of these people I don't know. The only emoji that I'll use, okay, because I know some of these people use emojis, some of them hadn't. If they were alive, they would, or maybe they wouldn't. I think the only emoji I use consistently is probably the Leapday Williams emoji, because it's my favorite one. he looks a little more like, it's easily confused with a barbershop, a singular member of a barbershop quartet, but it's Leapday Williams.
It is Leapday Williams.
Thank you.
Because if it was an actual barbershop quartet, there'd be 3 more of them.
Right. Or else you couldn't.
What's the plural for that? Leapdays Williams.
Leapdays Williams.
Leapday Williams.
And imagine my goose.
Leapday Williams eye.
Williams. Imagine
Leapday Williams and like a oxen Williams. And...
Oh, what if we just did Leapday Williams mice?
Well, and honestly, that's why I look forward to Leap Day, because that's the one time every 4 years that on the 29th and you guys all got one, obviously, I'll send a text message where I take all 142 characters and they are just emojis of Leap Day Williams.
That's my favorite one, because if you go in your house and you get butter and you hang it on your tree, right, and then you leave out plates of raw broccoli, he'll stop by your house and give you candy bars for your memories.
Dude. Okay, but this...
No,
I don't think
that begs the question, though, Tim. That begs the question. Does he prefer salted or unsalted butter? Because I always only have unsalted butter.
Right.
I don't know. I churn my own for him.
From mother's milk.
He likes the mother's milk butter that I make from mother's goat milk.
Do you think that Leap Day Williams is upset that we use his emoji, even if it's only once every 4 years? He doesn't strike me as a guy who likes emojis.
I don't know. I had the answer to it once, but then he gave me a Twix bar and I forgot.
That was pretty clever.
I feel like Leap Day Williams is a pretty carefree guy.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He's just bounding about.
I picture him as like looking.
He only gets out once every 4 years. He's got to have some fun, right?
Step.
Yeah, I picture him as Tom Bombadil in a barbershop quartet outfit.
Just handing out goblin daggers to people. You get a dagger, and you get a dagger. Everybody gets a daggers.
It was so hard for me to not quote
Leapday Williams.
Kanye West right there.
Well, we appreciate
no
it.
big deal.
I'm going to cut you off. We're going to take a quick break so he doesn't get that
Big booty
quote
bitch.
in.
Ow!
And God damn it.
Shit.
Caught us. We'll be right back with some more ignorant rants. And we're back, and we've got breaking news.
Is that supposed to be Morse code?
Yes.
All right, Thomas Edison.
Dumbass.
No.
The Navajo people say
The
hello.
Wright brothers are actually the ones who invented Morse code.
Oh, that's right.
With help from the Navajo Indians.
Yes.
Those are Wind Wakers.
Oh my gosh, you remember Wind Waker?
Yes.
On the Zelda? So good.
So good.
I love
Yeah,
that
and
game.
that's little known fact is that all the people in that game were Navajos. It was loosely based on the tribe.
Okay, I'm going to go back to my breaking news now.
Holy shit, it's the Wright brothers.
So, sometimes we get so caught up in things that we get super excited about it and we want to talk about it. So, we're going to take this time to talk about things that we're into right now that's super exciting for us. I'm going to go first because it's my show and I can do that.
All right, thank you for asking, Tim.
What are you into, Bobby?
What are you into, Brett?
No, go ahead.
No, it's your show. I don't want to disrespect the king. Got to pay my respects.
Thank you. So so I just started the second season of Daredevil, and I have to say that do not sleep on this show. Daredevil, the second season is fucking phenomenal. And if you found any sort of something that you liked in the first season, this second season is gonna fucking blow it out of the water.
Yeah,
I love the first season. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I was really excited to see Ben Affleck reprise his role. That's why you love it, right? Because you love Ben Affleck.
You gonna take this from me? You know how I feel about Ben Affleck.
I'm sorry. You were saying something about the first season.
Okay, so I thought the first season was really good. It was a little slow at times, but it was a slow build, and it was really good. And ultimately, at the very end of it, it culminated to everything that it should have and where it was supposed to go. And it was overall, it was a really good season.
After Vincent D'Onofrio's stint on Isla Nublar in Jurassic World, he came back to Hell's Kitchen to take up his mantle as the Kingpin.
Yes. And if Daredevil had not stepped in when he did, the Avengers would have had to come stop the T-Rex he was bringing to take over Hell's Kitchen. But the second season starts off with a bang. Just starts off real quick, real fast paced. The fight scenes are fucking phenomenal so far. I'm like 4 episodes in, and the show is fucking really good right now. So
for those of you who don't know, that douchebag Shane from The Walking Dead plays
John
Punisher.
John Burton
Burmenthal.
Burnt to the thaw.
Wait, is that the guy who's also in
Burn My Balls?
Also in,
Burn My Balls.
He's also in Boondock Saints. Is that the one? I don't know. I've
never seen Boondock Saints.
I know there's a guy in The Walking. I've never watched more than like 10 minutes of the first episode because it was so fucking boring. But
no, you're thinking of the other guy.
I know there's a dude from Boondock Saints and Walking Dead. That's all I know.
Yeah, his name's Norman Reedus.
Oh, is that who it is, Norman Reedus?
Daryl.
I love Norman Reedus.
Yeah, Norman Reedus was in the Boondock.
I know Norman Reedus from PT, that playable trailer.
Playable trailer. It's too bad that got
Well,
shut
I
down.
know
Honestly.
him from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as the Blue Ranger.
He was never the Blue
Yeah,
Ranger.
he was
the nerdy white kid with
He
glasses?
was Billy, yeah.
No, he was not Billy. Billy was gay. And he got pushed out of the show for being a faggot, according to his autobiography.
I saw
back
that.
handspringed everywhere. I've never once seen Norman Reedus back handspring.
Honestly.
Where he was
Well,
going.
obviously, it's very clear who actually watched. Because the first 10 minutes of that show, I turned it off because I felt like I was just watching Power Rangers again.
The Walking Dead or Daredevil?
The Walking Dead. I don't know about Daredevil.
Oh.
Honestly, you said don't sleep on it, and the whole time I've just been wondering if there's some sort of like curse that will fall on someone for sleeping on it. Because you also said that the first season's long.
If you sleep on
slow.
it, the punishment is that for the next 4 leap years, you do not get to see Leapday Williams.
No.
Oh
my god.
And that's like 16 years.
That's a long time, man. I'd probably forget about
Yeah.
Leapday Williams by that time.
Well, he would come
and then he would come back and murder your whole family.
Yeah.
Like Krampus.
because you would forget to put the butter up on the tree and leave out the raw
That's
broccoli.
Leapday Davis y'all are thinking about. Leapday Williams doesn't have a bad bone in his body.
Stupid.
Stupid.
So that's what. I'm super into the Daredevil Sega season right now. On top of something else that Brent is super into right now.
I've been playing my balls off in the Division.
Literally walked in, no pants, no balls.
No balls. I'm like a Ken doll down there.
Actually, Brent is ancient Sumerian for he who is without balls. I don't know if you knew that.
I learned something about my own name
There
tonight.
you go.
This guy's beanbag is just like a fucking loaded cannon, though. It's
He sits down wrong. He's gonna blow a hole in his face.
well, now you guys have permitless carry.
Yeah,
so you
I do have a very large ball
yeah,
sack.
you guys have. Idaho has permitless carry now, so you don't got to worry about that shit anymore.
But I have been playing the Division a lot, and
Good game.
I'm way into it. It's great. It's like so complete. It's such a complete game, and it feels really good to sit down and put a game in and like be able to play the game fully without having to wait for updates, Street Fighter or DLC, Destiny. But there's like a ton of stuff that I haven't even tapped into yet because there's just so much to do.
See, and it's funny because I played the Division beta and I chalked it up as just another generic third-person shooter. Is exactly what I said. I think that's what I said. Leapday Williams took my memory, so I'm not sure. But that's all it was to me. It was just a generic third-person shooter. I had some interesting ideas, but to me, I was not as excited about it as everybody else. When it came out, I rented it. I said, I'll give it another shot. And I was like 12 levels later, I was like, all right, maybe I'll just go pick it up just because I'm putting so much time into it. And then next thing I knew, I lost 2 days and fucking plus 12 levels. So I mean, yeah, it's really weird how it hooked me in like that because I was not excited for it
I
all.
have a very serious question for you both about this, because I've always actually assumed that all Tom Clancy games are all just basically Call of Duty games, but like actual like legit just like military special op shit. Are each game just like casually different story modes, or like they have a story? Because Tom Clancy's an author, right? So I mean like
he's like a retired vet.
Right.
Well, he's dead now.
Author.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's
No,
not
you're.
anything.
I mean,
he's
you're not
deceased.
You're deceased. You're not far off on that. But I will say one thing that the Tom Clancy name on games has done is they've done a pretty good job of trying to make things like there are sequels to older games like Rainbow Six was
Ghost
one
Recon.
of the first. Ghost Recon has got a couple sequels, and so those are similar to in the Call of Duty sense where it's like the same type of game. Splinter Cell is like a stealth game. There's a couple sequels to that, but his last two Tom Clancy games that have come out are pretty different from others. There was what is
Siege
the Siege?
just came out.
Rainbow Six Siege. So it's in the Rainbow Six series, but instead of just being like you fending off terrorists, it's more of like a strategic thing where you're trying to siege a stronghold.
Try to defuse bombs, rescue hostages, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing. And the Division is, I'd call it an RPG.
It's pretty close.
Pretty close to it.
It's just
got
as much.
RPG
It's just
stuff
as
in
much
it.
an MMORPG as Destiny is, really.
Right, because there's areas that you can go into that's player versus player, but for the most part, it's single player like campaign where you can bring friends in to help you. But there are elements to RPG where your character levels up. You can mod your gear, get better gear, stuff like that.
So I think one of the things that Tom Clancy, all the games have in common, is this sort of sense of. I mean, I don't want to call it realism, but I'll call it probabilism. Where is that? I mean, all these things are within probability of happening, and it's all sort of centered around the same sort of. I don't know how to put it.
Like the Russians have a bomb and we have to stop it.
But it's more modern than that, right? Like the Division is about
The dollar flu.
which was just Manhattan, and some guy released a virus during Black Friday and
On money.
and so just fucking spread throughout Manhattan, and now Manhattan's shut down, and now these agents are in there trying to bring back order. So I mean, I guess it's all about kind of spy thriller. I guess is probably the best way to put.
Because you're trying to solve the mystery of the
running
virus
theme.
at the same time that you're trying to take the city back.
Right.
Here's what it's,
There's modern tech that's kind of outlandish.
Yeah.
But you're not you don't get brought back to life as a robot
Right.
like you do in
You don't have
Advanced Warfare.
Booster
and shit like
rocket
that.
wings.
You can't run on walls and
Right.
all that bullshit from Call of Duty.
And you certainly can't summon Leapday Williams on a whim.
it sounds like Tom Clancy is the Michael Bay of video games.
Not at all. Call of Duty is the Michael Bay of video games.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this.
Does everyone know that?
It is known. Yeah, it is known.
Everybody who's anybody.
So
People who negotiate for corporate helicopters and such.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know anything about that, but
I know you don't. But what do you know something about? You know something about that you're totally into right now.
well, I see. I'm kind of confused because there's the two things I'm into right now. You have said a Netflix show, and Brent has said a video game, and those are the only two things I'm into. So I'm not entirely sure I want to say one of those.
Bring it full circle. Mention both of them.
Well, I don't want to like talk forever, so
Oh, just fucking
you.
say
All right,
something.
fine. Well, here's
goddamn it.
easy.
Act like you want to be
I
here.
don't, and no, I mean, okay, so I'll be pretty brief with the Netflix one because there's not a lot to say. I mean, I just fucking House of Cards, the new season. I mean, it came out about a week and a half ago. I didn't have time to blow through it.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's brand new.
I didn't even know they had a new season.
Yeah, I thought it was like a month ago.
No, they
Damn,
released
okay.
a new season like fucking like crazy, but like every year I think they've on pace now that they release one. But it's that show. I fucking love that show. It does make me want to go back and rewatch. And I think it's still on there. It's all the West Wing, but
You should. I did that a couple years ago, and I fucking love
yeah.
that show.
I always liked it a lot too, but I need to rewatch it again. But I doubt it's nearly as gritty as House of Cards is. But I mean,
No, not at all. I started watching it, and I'm about halfway through the first season, and yeah, it's really good. It's a really good show. If you like that political stuff, which I do, having my bachelor's in political science, MBD. But yeah, no, that's a good show, and I'm excited to get back to it.
it's
Actually,
really fucking good, man. And the newest one is like I mean, I'll tell you right now, no spoilers, but like, there's a pretty
spoilers.
No spoilers. I'm just saying there's a pretty big
spoilers.
There's a pretty big consensus that the third season was not very good, and
Really?
and so I mean, it's definitely worth watching because it sets up the fourth season, but it's kind of like
kind of like the sixth season of The West Wing.
But but I don't know. So I remember like the third season was still good enough that when I was watching it forever or last year that I was like, man, I'm really not enjoying this, but I can't stop watching it, you know. So like it's more like the storyline just pisses you off. But the newest one like is fucking brutal and it's awesome as shit. So I've been watching that in my spare time, and then whenever I can catch some, dude, I've been playing the fuck out of Battlefront, and it's really Star Wars Battlefront.
That game. Strangely addicting. It's strangely addicting, and it's great because it's just pick up and play.
Yeah.
You don't have to invest anything into it. You pick it up, you play it for 20 minutes, you put it down, you'll play it again later. Whatever.
Yeah, no, like that's. And actually, what's funny is when I hit you guys all up about it because I'd never played it, and I knew you guys played it, and I text you two and Steve about whether I should get it. And
friend of the show, yeah. and you guys were both like, you know, you're like, yeah, no, I think you'll really like it, blah 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 blah. And we all play together and stuff, so we should play it together. But Steve was like, I don't know, man. There's no replayability to this game, and I don't think I've ever played a game
What does he know?
I don't think I've ever played a game
about
as much
first-person
as this
shooters.
So it's honestly it's a fucking lot of fun. The different game modes are a blast. I mean, I know there's probably some people out there who are like, oh, these are all the same game modes as any big multiplayer first-person shooter. But, I mean, the difference is having the full Star Wars license is fucking incredible. And
it's Star Wars. Right. That's all you need.
And honestly, though, I mean, but dude, the graphics are insane. Like, some of the best graphics I've ever seen in my life. And in testament to this, because you guys, I talked shit about this when I was wasted, you know, like fucking 7 episodes ago. I love Street Fighter, and I got Street Fighter 5 like 3 days after it came out. I have played it twice because I can't stop playing Battlefront.
Well, right, because we remember what happened the last time we played.
I beat you the very first match we played.
And then lost everyone afterwards.
So that was like 3 matches.
Well, I have 3 for 4. That's 75%. I'm going to take it every time.
Not bad, not bad. All right, well.
Not bad.
You're making me, I'm going to break that Battlefront game so I have no excuse to not start training and then kick the fuck out of you.
Never happened, my friend.
Don't do that. Don't break it.
Just lose it.
You'd call me in a frenzy, and I'd have to console you over the phone.
Right. I've done something crazy.
I broke Battlefront.
But no, so like, and honestly,
why did you do that?
Dude, fucking Battlefront. Because we started off playing Heroes versus Villains. It's a lot of fun to be able to play as those characters, but I've been rocking that cargo game. That's a ton of fun, especially with partners. Like, if you play with friends, then like you can really own and fuck shit up in that game. You know, like.
We'll actually need to put up another. We'll put up another YouTube video of us playing again. We'll do that real soon. You can check out. We've got one up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ignorantrants. You make sure you check out our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's
Rocket League on there.
Yeah. Go check that out. I got some Street Fighter on there, some Street Fighter stuff. If you're interested.
The Street Fighter. Do you have actual fights on there now? Because
me playing single player.
Day one, we were trying to do it, and it's just videos of us sitting in matchmaking, waiting for somebody to show up.
I need to do some more of that.
The first fucking time I got that game, when you and I first tried to play, we hopped on. It was like, well, servers are down. See you later. And then I just ended up playing the story mode.
Yeah,
the
story.
No,
mode.
Honestly, I mean, I turned it on to do matchmaking, and all I got was a big middle finger on the screen, and I was like, oh, okay.
Which I'm a little angry about because I feel like if it had
wagging his dick at you.
I just feel like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you know more about this, Tim. But was there some sort of like, fucking like, have they already like passed numerous deadlines so they had to release it, or are they just trying to get it out sooner than later? I don't see why you'd release a game with half of the game coming as DLC.
Yeah, I don't know why they. I mean, I think they. If I'm being honest, I don't know for sure. But if I had to take a guess, I would say that they released it as fast as they did because they wanted it to be the premiere. They wanted Street Fighter V to be the Street Fighter at the EVO tournament this year, which is why they released it as soon as they did. That would be my guess.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, because the EVO, the big EVO tournament's in June, so I would imagine that they were trying to get it out to give people as much time as they could, and especially because the PS4 version of Ultra Street Fighter 4 was supposed to be the version that they played last year's on, but that release was such a fucking debacle that they actually said, "No, we'll keep playing it on the 360 until you guys sort this out."
Mm-hmm. Well, but I will say the gameplay, the graphics, and all that. If we were to have this conversation again in like a month or two, then I will be addicted to Street Fighter at that time, because when it's like ready to roll and shit, and I can like not try and create combos myself from nothing, then I will play this game nonstop online. But
yeah, no, it's gonna be good as soon as that drops. But till then,
Battlefront. And actually, you know what? I'm still pretty new to this shit. Like, I know Brent used to play Borderlands a lot, and I remember they would come out with DLC, you know, like whole packs, like extra sections of the game, and so you play the shit out of that. And so I'm not being that big of a gamer, you know, like I play sports games, fighting games. I don't typically get DLC unless it's an extra fighter or a costume. But so Star Wars Battlefront is my first experience in this, and it's actually pretty smart. I mean, not that I'm tired of it yet, but that they're going to come out with new game modes, new characters, and new maps like every 3 months for the next year is pretty fucking cool. It's going to keep me interested for the next year at least.
Well, they had to, because their season pass is more than the season passes have generally been. But yeah, no, and I mean, I don't know that I'm excited about all of the stuff that I've seen, but like, I mean, the Death Star expansion later on this year is definitely gonna get me super hooked. If I fall out tomorrow and never go back to it, I will definitely be back for the Death Star.
Word. Well, that's what I got. Those are my two big ones right now. That and negotiating salaries.
Right. So you can fly back in your corporate helicopter. And
y'all are going to be laughing, but there's going to be a time when you're going to sit here waiting for me on a podcast recording night, and you're going to be like, "Where the fuck is Bobby?" And all of a sudden you're going to go, and then a fucking helicopter's going to land in your backyard. And
it's definitely not big enough for that.
That's adorable that A, you think my backyard is that big, and B, that you think we'd wait for you.
No, that's what I'm saying. You would already be recording, and then you would hear the helicopter, and you'd be like, "Fuck is that? Hold on a second." And you'd walk in the backyard, you'd see a helicopter, but you wouldn't see me, and you'd walk back inside in your kitchen, and there I would be popping a bottle of champagne, and you'd go, "We were saving that." And,
right, because in the background, because I'd still be recording, you would hear, "God damn it, Bobby, you're just totally intent on fucking up my show, aren't you?"
We were saving that. Damn it, I love Jurassic Park.
That was epic. Spare no expense.
Spared no expense.
We need to do it.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. You can, I mean, we'll put a helipad on the roof, but you're going to have to pay for the cost of construction.
We need to do a commentary on Jurassic Park, I think. Yeah.
Oh!
That may be the first one we do.
I think I just blew a hole in my pants.
Well, we all knew it was coming.
The old beanbag just went off.
The old dick hit the table. Well, look forward to that, and look forward to other stuff, and look forward to checking us out every Friday.
Check us out.
So,
we're good-looking guys.
Yeah, especially this ball sack I'm looking at. Thanks for listening to this nonsense. I don't know why you do, but we appreciate it. So, make sure you check us out on our Facebook page at facebook.com/ignorantrants, and like us, share us, and comment on that. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Open a dialogue, please.
Please. We don't do anything all
we
day
talk
long,
to each
so.
other all the time.
Yeah.
We want to talk to some new people.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. We'll talk your ear off. Or if you're shy, you can always email us at ignorantrants@gmail.com, and we'll be discreet about it. If there's one thing I know, it's being discreet. This fucking guy over here.
Dude, I look Spanish right now, like from Spain.
Wouldn't know discreet if it bit him in the ass.
I certainly won't when I come in on my helicopter.
You guys, I look Spanish right now.
I do, dude. I look
Spain.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
I look like I play for Barcelona right now, dude. I'm so sexy and suave.
God, shut up.
No.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter. You can follow us at Ignorant Ranters. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Kid Insanity. Brent?
Hit me up at Tiny Mouth, MOWTH.
Words, get him those followers, Bobby. Oh, Senor Bobby.
Senor Bobby.
Senor Roberto.
I was hoping for Rico Suave, but
nope.
no
keep hoping.
Well, I mean, no, I don't want that actually. I want to look like him. But Bobby WWS, not Rico Suave. I don't listen to that shit. Yeah, Bobby WWS. Also, PSN Bobby WWS. Also LinkedIn Bobby WWS. Also Facebook Bobby WWS. Also GitHub Bobby WWS.
Tinder, Bobby WWS. Grindr, Bobby WWS.
Grinder. Pump the brakes there, Enrique Iglesias.
Honestly.
That's what I look like. That's why I look Spanish, bro. God damn it, I'm a good looking man.
See you next week.
Bye.